What's going on, car dealers and beyond? Today we're going to talk about what is Google's AI mode. AI this, AI that, AI everything. We're getting into AI search in this channel. Everything Google, specifically to car dealers, local businesses, e-commerce brands, and beyond. My name is David Feldman-Makrias, and let's get into it right away. So, AI mode. What is that? What does it mean? How is it different? Right? So if we go to google.com, which we do often, we look at this AI mode, right? So let's say I'm typing in a query, right? Best Ford dealer for best deals in Dallas, Texas. I'm not even going to click AI mode yet. I just want to show this first, right? We're actually going to go ahead and probably duplicate this tab so we can see. What do we see? North Central, Ford up to $13,000 off. They have lease specials, proudly serving Dallas, no hidden prices. You got a lot of sponsored ads here, right? Then you have an AI overview after that, Planet Ford, Platinum Ford North, so on and so forth. We're talking about how to rank in here, and we're going to continue to talk about that and how to actually show up better. And then you could see this dive deeper in AI mode, okay? Now, you also see that here with the little rainbow circle and, Google coloring that says click it, right? And you only get that really on a Google search when you go to the bottom of an AI overview if it's there. And you could start with it, though, too, on Google here. But let's actually, since we did this query, right, let's actually hit dive deeper. So it's going to take me to this new interface. Best Ford dealer for best deals in Dallas, Texas. To find the best deal in a Ford and Dallas-Fort Worth area, you should research multiple high-volume dealerships and compare pricing. The best deal is often situational, depends on the specific vehicle, your trade-in, current promotions. Very good, Google AI. While one dealer can't be definitively labeled the best for every customer, some dealerships are known for offering competitive pricing due to their sales volume or specific guarantees. So what does it find? Sam Pack's 5-star Ford, Carrollton, holds the title of #1 volume dealer in North Texas for 15 years and frequently offers competitive pricing. So interesting. So Google's AI mode is equating #1 volume Ford dealer and best deals. Very interesting. I guess it's self-explanatory because a lot of people go buy Fords there. So you should get the best deal. Then you have Planet Ford Dallas, and then you have Platinum Ford North, right? Now, the interesting thing would be to compare that to our Google search. And I might not be able to do that. I think I can. Here we go. We went back, which is good. So this says to find the best Ford deals in the Dallas area, check out Planet Ford and Platinum Ford North. Interestingly enough, the AI overview doesn't select Sam Pack as #1. It selects Planet Ford and Platinum Ford as #1, but Google's AI mode actually went deeper and found Sam Pack and added that as the #1 bullet point. So interesting. And this was sponsored by Google. This is where it gets all nested, right? Sam Pack's 5-star Ford. And I don't really know where it says #1 volume. That's interesting. If I type in volume Command F, it doesn't. But it says holds the title of #1 volume Ford dealer, North Texas for 15 years. So Google's AI mode contradicted Google a little bit, but you can see there's a lot of overlap, right? There's a lot of overlap. Like you have Planet Ford Dallas in here, you have Platinum Ford North in here, and you did in the AI overview with Platinum Ford North and Planet Ford, right? So there's overlap. Google's AI mode and Google aren't necessarily the same. Now, you may have heard of Gemini, right? Google Gemini. What is Gemini? Well, Gemini is an LLM platform, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the same search query, plug it into Gemini, and see what it says. Okay, so what does it give me? Look at this. completely different. 5-Star Ford, Dallas and Louisville, that wasn't part of it. North Central Ford wasn't part of it. Westway Ford. Then you have Planet Ford. So literally the same query in Google Gemini is not the same answer in Google's AI mode. And Google's AI mode is not even the same answer that Google spits out in AI Overview. It's a little bit different. There is most overlap, but it's not. So what does that mean? That means that Google's AI mode, right? Google's AI mode is almost like an advanced scrape of Google. Okay? Google's Gemini is not an advanced scrape of Google. It's actually completely different. There was very little overlap here. And from some of the mentors and some of the people I'm watching recently and that do research in this space, you'll see that Gemini may not overlap with Google, even though it's a Google product. So interesting. So let's, in fact, dive into this a little bit further. Okay, we're getting nerdy, and I like it. How is Google's AI mode different than Google's Gemini? What do we got, Google? Tell me about the differences of you. How aware are you? The differences between Google's AI mode and Google's Gemini can be understood by looking at their roles and how they are integrated into Google's products. Gemini is the name for a family of powerful multimodal AI modes developed by Google. These models are designed to understand and work with different types of data, including text, images, code, and video. You can think of Gemini as the underlying engine or the core tech. It's the AI that powers a variety of different Google products and services. Interesting. AI mode, on the other hand, is a specific feature or interface that utilizes the Gemini models, but within Google search. Gemini and AI mode are really two different things. Gemini is the engine, right? Think about it this way. This is a great analogy. Gemini is your, 6.1 Hemi that you put in an SRT8, or I'm dating myself on cars now. SRT8 is not quite the same, but it's a 6.1 Hemi. AI mode is the Dodge Charger that the 6.1 Hemi goes in. But there's also the Challenger, there's also the Trackhawk, there's also the TRX, right? Is it the 6.1 Hemi with the 707 horsepower? I might be really misquoting. What size motor is in the Trackhawk? Is it 6.1? Oh, 6.2. I got it wrong. 6.2 Hellcat. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I know there's some car guys on here. But that's a great way to think about it. Gemini is the engine. It's the 6.2 Hemi for the Hellcat. But AI mode is the Dodge Charger Hellcat, where another version of Google might be another Google product might be the Trackhawk or the TRX or whatever. So that's the difference. So let's keep going. Here's a function. Gemini is foundational AI mode. AI mode is an application or feature built on top of the Gemini model within Google search scope. Gemini's influence is broad. It's not just for search. It's being integrated into a wide range of Google products, including Workspace, Docs, email, Google Chrome, and even mobile devices. So how would this be relevant for car dealers showing up in AI search results? This distinction. It's all about asking the right questions. Let's see what happens. What does Gemini say? I'm excited. The distinction between Google Gemini's models and the AI mode in Google search is highly relevant for car dealerships as it changes the fundamental rules of digital marketing and search engine optimization. A shift from SEO to answer engine optimizations, or AEO. Dealerships focus on ranking in the top. New way, AI mode is a feature that uses Gemini model to provide a direct conversational answer at the very top. The user may get a full answer without ever clicking. So, critical shift, your dealership's content may still have high impressions, but its CTR could plummet. Yeah, we know. Gemini model is designed to synthesize info from various online sources to create a coherent answer. It's more likely to cite sources it deems authoritative. Dealership's opportunity that presents both a threat and opportunity. Large national brands. Give me like, I don't know, the impact on lead generation and conversion. Yeah. As more queries are answered directly by AI, dealerships may see a drop in organic website traffic. Higher quality leads. The traffic that does click through may be more qualified. In essence, the shift from traditional search results to AI-powered results means that dealerships must evolve their digital strategy. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's pretty generic. But this doesn't explain Google AI mode impact on dealerships versus Google Gemini impact on dealerships. Doesn't explain that. See, sometimes you have to ask these LLMs a little bit different. So the impact of AI mode on dealerships. The AI mode is a user-facing search experience. It's what happens when someone types a query into Google and instead of traditional list of blue links, they get a summarized AI-generated answer. So it might result in zero-click searches, the new top spot, and a shift from SEO to AO. The impact of Gemini is the back-end and broader impact. When AI mode is the most visible change, the integration of Gemini models across Google's entire ecosystem is a much wider, in many ways more profound impact. It's engine behind the scenes that changes how dealerships are found. So it's a long-term systemic change. So it's more based on a foundation of Google business profile, Gemini's multimodal capabilities, in-car integration. What is that? Integrated into vehicles running around automotive OS. Driver could ask their car, find a trustworthy dealership near me. Wow. Personalization and recommendations. Gemini's ability to understand context and user intent. I don't know. Okay, here's something. Key distinction. Primary impact on dealerships. SEO and visibility. Google's AI mode. And the brochure. It's the new analogy. Okay, so Google's AI mode. This is important. Google's AI mode is the brochure. It's the new dynamic front page of a car dealership, summarizing its key offerings and reputation before a customer even steps inside or clicks on the website. This is almost like you're not going to need websites the same. Meaning, you're not going to need websites for people to come to it. You're going to need websites as brochures. Wow. We really have to think about a different way to make this whatever. And that makes sense too, because I put all the marketing efforts inside DDM into videos the past couple of years, and I put very little on my website. Very, very little. I'm actually embarrassed on how our website functions. But I've had customers and clients tell me like, yeah, your website's pretty convoluted, but we liked what you said so much. We just tried to figure it out, and we tried to contact you and follow up. Is a website even necessary anymore? Wow. I don't know. I think it's always necessary, but not for the same reasons. So let's say Google Gemini, holistic customer journey, the underlying tech that influences everything from search to in-car navigation, reputation management, and targeted advertising. It's about a complete reevaluation of digital presence. So it's the sales team and operations. It's the sophisticated, data-driven brain of the dealership that anticipates customers' needs and shapes how the brand is perceived. Oh boy. So what can we take away from this? What can we take away from this? So, okay, check this out. Is it fair for my dealerships watching the video I'm recording using this chat to take away that Google's AI mode is good for them to use so they can understand what their customers are seeing, but it's also good for my dealership audience to understand that Gemini is important, because when we understand more on how Gemini works, then we can understand how to influence it. Didn't spell that right, but who cares? How to influence it the best way and fastest way possible. I love having conversations with AI about AI. Yeah, that's an excellent, fair summary to present to your dealership audience. You've perfectly captured the two-prong approach they need to take to succeed in an AI-driven search landscape. Oh my gosh, Thanks, Gemini. So flattering, I'm blushing. Here's why your takeaway is great. Google's AI mode is good for them to use so they can understand what their customers are seeing. Guys, if you want to understand how your customers are viewing you in AI, go to Google and hit AI mode and start Googling stuff, searching stuff for your dealership in your area. Okay? It's a user journey audit, identify gaps and opportunities, directly influences content creation. Cool. It's also good for my dealership audience to understand that Gemini is important because when we understand more on how Gemini works, then we can understand how to influence it the best way and fastest way possible. The why behind the what. Understanding Gemini's capabilities, stop that, multimodality, so cool, reasoning and its integration across Google's ecosystem helps dealerships understand why certain actions are now so critical. So it'll talk about the why, like, okay, we see in Google AI mode that we're not showing up. Why? Well, Gemini, can't think of the word. Gemini, hello, what's going on? Gemini emphasizes reviews and reputation. It emphasizes Google Business Profile, local SEO, so on and so forth. So, conclusion for the audience, AI mode is a direct way to see the problem. It shows them what they're up against and what their customers are seeing right now. And Gemini is the roadmap for the solution. It helps them understand the deeper mechanics of the AI, enabling them to make smarter, more impactful decisions to their digital strategy for the long-term success. This is the part that my team and I are getting on. This is the part that you can use for your store right away to see how your store is impacted in AI search. This applies to anybody else not watching that or watching that's not a dealership, right? I don't know. Guys, it's pretty cool. It's pretty freaking cool. David Feldman-Makrias, I love this kind of stuff. I love talking to you, even though nobody's really listening to me in live when I'm talking. But the conversation is cool. And this is the kind of stuff we're studying in the next decade. This focus, this area of focus. Right now, we're shifting, right? Over the last couple of years, we've had all this focus on Google VLAs and this and that. But this is the direction of what we're going into. We have to. We do not have a choice. We have to change. So, David Feldman-Makrias, talk to you real soon. See you in the next one. Peace out.